Hey everyone, I'm Julio Cortez, your host for Everett Now, a new web series where we're going to try and keep you in the know of what's going on in your city. Today I'm joined by Julie Woolley, Director of Community Development for the City of Everett. How are you doing?
I'm great, Julio. How are you?
Good. Can you tell us a little bit about your role at the city?
Well, community development is a big role, but one of the jobs that we do is focus on alleviating homelessness in the city of Everett and finding strategies to help those that are living unsheltered to ideally find permanent homes.
Yeah, and I know that homelessness is an incredibly complex issue. So today we're here on site.
This is our pilot pallet shelter community. Last year, thanks to the Department of Commerce, we were able to obtain money to create shelter in our city. And the Everett Gospel Mission is a great partner with us to pilot this community to shelter 20 to 25 chronically homeless individuals. We started with 20 pallets, and then we've expanded to add 20 more.
So Julie, I know that the city really believes in the Housing First model. Can you tell us a little bit about how that works here?
Absolutely. So Housing First is providing housing to individuals before they have to enter into services, before they have to agree to sobriety or, making major changes in their life. Because by providing that shelter first, it gives them that stability and safety to then move forward in achieving other goals. So these shelters are kind of that model as well, where we worked with our co-op officers and social workers to identify individuals who had been living chronically homeless, who are ready to be sheltered and to start working on more stability.
What type of partnerships has the city developed that has allowed the individuals here to be successful?
So the city has relied on the Everett Gospel Mission to really provide that support to the individuals living here. And they certainly partner with our community outreach and enforcement team, our co-ed team, as well as the lead social workers out of the county and other service providers that work with this population on a regular basis.
How did those partnerships come about? Has this been a program that, all these partners talked about and then worked together to move forward?
Well, the city really has facilitated a lot of partnerships throughout this whole entire process. Internally, we've worked community development, legal, public works, police. So many of us have had to work together to make this come to fruition, as well as our community partners. We've had so many meetings to really kind of hash things out and figure out what do we need in our city and what does this community need in order to be successful.
That's great, because I know, as they say, it takes a village.
It does take a village, and this is the first time we've ever done this. So having it be a brand new pilot, giving us this opportunity to see how we can really help these unsheltered individuals, and certainly post-COVID, non-congregate shelter opportunities like individual shelters, like a pallet unit or a hotel room, are becoming more of a norm instead of putting people in large rooms together.
Right. So Julie, what's next for the pallets in Everett?
Well, certainly we want this pallet community to continue to be successful, to house and shelter about 40 individuals and help them to find stability long-term, so that then we can shelter more individuals so that they can find long-term stability. So this is just a starting point, hopefully, for people, right? We don't want them to live here forever by any means. In addition, we want to find a continuum of care for all of our populations. And so the next expansion is thinking about how we might use pallets to temporarily house families who are living unsheltered.
Oh, great.
We have a Cars to Housing program for families living in their cars. And now we're going to have maybe more of a pallet to housing kind of opportunity and give families a place to stay with shelter, safety, lights, heating, and such. And then after that, I think that the city will be waiting for other communities to learn about pallets and think about how they might create small projects in their own community to shelter the residents that live there. And it might be a viable solution for them.
Yeah, and that's definitely needed, right? Homelessness is not a City of Everett issue. It's not even a Snohomish County or Washington State issue. It's all over the place. So I think it takes everybody in every community to try and make a big dent and difference in this situation.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think that Everett is really interested in making sure that we have adequate shelter for our unsheltered residents, but we also have a limited amount of space and a limited amount of property. And we really do hope that other communities will see a benefit of having small pallet communities or small hotel programs that would also serve the residents that live in their communities.
Yeah, serving individuals where they are, that's what's going to really help them.
Absolutely. And it's going to help our infrastructure and transportation and so many other things that are difficult to do to get to Everett all the time. So it also is going to be better for those unsheltered individuals as well.
Well, it sounds like it takes more than a village. It takes a county.
There you go. Takes a state.
Well, Julie, thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy day to keep us in the know.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me. It's
Yeah,
been
it
fun.
was great. Very educational, and I know it was educational to our viewers. Thank you for joining us as well. We'll have a lot more to share coming up, so we're here to keep you in the know. But for now, we'll see you later.